Hi there, and welcome to this special end of year video. This is not your typical best of 2021 list. There's more than enough coverage about the best games of this year on the internet already. Instead, I decided to talk a bit about the games I enjoyed most this year that came out before 2021. There are just so many great games out there and never enough time to play them all. Some of them inevitably land on the infamous pile of shame. But I like to think of this pile of shame in another way, as a pile of endless possible joy. So, without further ado, and in no particular order, let's have a look at the best games I played this year that came out before 2021. The year started just like the last year ended for me. Playing Hades. Lots of playing Hades. Playing Hades so much that I actually got a thumb injury from it and had to lay my controller down for a few weeks. But it was worth it. Hades is just a masterpiece. The roguelite action gameplay works perfectly and is incredibly fun. The visuals are stunning. The soundtrack by Darren Korb is simply awesome. I still hear Eurydice's song in my head sometimes, almost a year later. But the best thing about this game are the characters. Charismatic and interesting without end, with incredible voice acting. They really come to life, and wanting to talk to them more is actually an even stronger pull than the excellent gameplay, which is an incredible achievement. To me, and many others as well, Hades is simply one of the best games ever made. Gorogoa is a very special game. The hand-drawn art style is just wonderful and really stands out. But the gameplay is equally unique, a mind-bending puzzle adventure through various layers and collages. Like a few other games on this list, I played this together with my girlfriend, and it's super interesting to figure out the puzzle solutions and the story together. It also shows what a single developer is capable to create, and therefore a special inspiration for me. Although I sincerely hope that my game won't take a whopping 6 years to finish. West of Loathing is a crudely but charmingly drawn RPG with lots and lots of text. Thankfully though, these texts are always entertaining and often straight out hilarious. I haven't played another game this year that made me laugh out loud like this one did. And the gameplay mechanics are actually quite solid and fun as well. I rarely ever play AAA games anymore, as I'm quite tired of that entire space with its limited innovation and endless sequels. Indie games just offer much more interesting experiences to me. But Control is different and deserves its spot as the only AAA game on this list. It features an interesting mystery setting, a great female protagonist, awesome visuals and very fun gameplay mechanics. I just loved exploring the oldest house, which is the world of the game, uncovering its secrets and discovering fascinating places within. Just when I thought it drags on a bit towards the end, it hits you with one of the most awesome levels in video game history, and I was floored. Even if, like me, you mostly or only play indie games, give Control a chance. You won't be disappointed. This one is not about a single game, but all entries in the Cube Escape and Rusty Lake series. A long-running horror point-and-click adventure series with an overarching story. They all offer a really creepy atmosphere and quite good puzzles. These games are perfect for sitting together on the couch and playing on a tablet, which is exactly what we did and enjoyed very much over the course of many months this year. Carto is a beautiful and heartwarming adventure game. It features a unique gameplay mechanic where you have to align pieces of a map correctly. This allows for some very interesting puzzles that are also quite enjoyable to solve together in front of the screen. It has quite a bit of text in it, which can get a bit lengthy, but it's always, well, just nice all around, with a few chuckles thrown in there too. Combine that with a lovely art style and relaxing music, and you got yourself a wonderful game. Probably the most underrated game in this list, but a real hidden gem. Youropa is a mind-bending 3D puzzle game with slight Metroidvania elements. You move around levels but stick to the ground and can thus navigate upside down and on the sides of levels. This leads to some very enjoyable puzzles and quite a bit of exploration too. It also looks pretty good. A short hike. The title kinda gives it away. This is a short game, but there's just so much in here. It features a not even that tiny open world that you can explore freely. Fluid movement, including flying and driving a boat, some fun mini-games, a little progression mechanic, and funny and wholesome dialogue. Overall, a highly enjoyable and varied package. Another awesome game from Supergiant Games. After playing Hades and only having played Bastion from them before, I wanted more and dived into Pyre. It's a really odd concept on paper, combining visual novel with some kind of fantasy sports game, but it works quite well. The sports gameplay feels really novel and is fun, but also a bit hard to grasp at first. The soundtrack and visuals are, as usual from Supergiant, absolutely fantastic. The real strength, just like with Hades, lies in the story and characters though. The game features an incredible cast of diverse beings, and their interplay and individual stories are just captivating. I enjoyed it a lot and really look forward to complete my Supergiant obsession next year with Transistor. The year ended for me quite similar to how it began, with a narrative-heavy action roguelite. This time though, without injuries. Children of Morta is a story about a family, the Bergsons, and that story angle is not only presented in intimate cutscenes, but also mirrored in the gameplay in a fascinating way. You only control one character at once, but by playing them, you level up and unlock skills that benefit other characters in their runs, along with other motivating progress mechanics. The narrator is great, and the game has a beautiful pixel art style and soundtrack. It also doesn't overstay its welcome, ending just when it was in danger of becoming a bit samey. A great game to end this fantastic year with. There are a lot more games that I want to talk about, but to keep this video from getting out of hand, here's a quick list of a few honorable mentions. The Room series by Fireproof Games. A series of very atmospheric 3D puzzle games that are perfect for playing and figuring out together. Valfaris by Steel Mantis. An old school 2D action platformer with great pixel art and an awesome soundtrack. The most metal game I played in a long time. Old Man's Journey by Broken Rules. An emotional journey through casual landscape transforming puzzles. Just overall a beautiful experience. The Dark Side Detective by Spooky Doorway. A very humorous point-and-click adventure with a big pixels art style in a mystery setting. The episodic format offers nice PlayStation durations. Frog Detective 1 and 2 by Grace Bruxner and Thomas Bowker. Two super fun and funny short adventure games that just ooze character and good feelings. Donut County by Ben Esposito. Also on the feel-good side, you play as a whole that swallows an entire town, item by item. Fun dialogue cutscenes and casual, entertaining gameplay. Dark or Dark Hue by Unfold Games. A very atmospheric and beautiful puzzle platformer. Probably the only really scary game I played this year, and it manages to do a great job at that. So, that was my year 2021. So many great games, and the next ones are already lined up. I just got myself Inscription for Christmas and I can't wait to play this. I've been a big fan of Daniel Mullins ever since. And yeah, maybe next year, finally Silksong is gonna come out? We'll see. How about you? What were some of the best games you played this year? And how big is your pile of endless joy? TM. Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I wish you a great end of the year, a happy new year, and see you on the other side. Bye!